Final playoff spot out west. While some may try and dispute the notion, fellas, the best currency is always cash. And that's why we welcome in our special guest of the show now from the Smoothie King Center, Swin Cash, Vice President of Basketball Operations for the Pelicans. Swin, when asked about Zion Williamson playing in back-to-backs for the first time in over 33 minutes a game in his last 3 games, Alvin Gentry was pretty adamant that Zion's progression has led to those restrictions being taken off. So what are his restrictions now going forward?
Well, I think our medical team, we're just going to take it game by game. Obviously, that was Zion's first back-to-back, but I think Aaron Nelson and his team has done an excellent job of just kind of keeping the coaches abreast of where they feel he is. We're taking cautionary measures. I think Griff has made it very clear that we're going to do what's in the best interest of Zion first and foremost, and then we move on from there.
And Swin, speaking of moving on, you young ladies have taken an awesome job with different girls being on the bench in the front office. What's been the biggest challenge for you on a day-to-day basis to be well respected in the front office?
Well, I think the one thing for me and for any other woman that's coming into the NBA is that we come in different ways, whether you're in the scouting room, whether you're in the front office or you're coaching, but there's a level of credibility that you bring. And I think because I've played this game at a high level for an extensive period of time, because I've been able to work with the NBA, to work with the NBPA, I'm not new to this. I'm very familiar with the guys, very familiar with the game, the understanding the business of basketball. And so you're able to sit there and whether it's talk about things on the court or off the court, I feel very comfortable in that role, and I think the other women that are coming into the league have that same sense of confidence, not only in their abilities, but their abilities to help the guys be better.
Swin, I know you've had so much experience trying to help Zion transition, and I know there's a lot of requirements on his time. What have you done to try and ease that for him in terms of just making it about basketball and locking in and focusing on that and not all the outside noise?
Well, I have to give a lot of credit, I would say, to our team, and we brought in other people around us, and I think having Ramon Session here, who is also former NBA player, also from South Carolina. He's been able to have a relationship as well with Z. And I think the biggest thing for us is that he's just one of the other rookies. We treat him as such. Obviously, there's a lot that comes with him as far as notoriety, but I think his ability to want to not only fit in but do the same things as his other rookie teammates has been very pivotal in, I think, his development. And for us, whether it's Nikhil, whether it's Jackson, whether it's Nico Melli, I think we've taken the same approach as far as developing them on the court and then off the court as well.
And Swin, speaking of development, how excited have you guys been bringing in the right veterans like J.J. Redick, Favors, Drew Holiday's been playing lights out. How big has that been for you guys to have the right veterans to help these young guys understand what the NBA game is really about?
I mean, it's been a blessing. You know, 3D, you got to have those guys in the locker room that are talking the talk, that have been there before. And I think JJ has been that voice for us all season long. He just comes in with a maturity level. Obviously, they're always talking about this brotherhood and the Duke guys, so they have that little bond there going for a lot of our guys here. But I think Fave, too. Fave is the steady hand. He's consistent. He comes out. He does his job, puts his hard hat on every day. And so it's been really good for our younger guys to see vets come in from free agency that wanted to be here and say, hey, we want to help you build something special.
Talking about a guy developing, Brandon Ingram, congratulations to him making the All-Star team for the first time in his career. But also, I guess, being on the All-Star team, that number just went up for him. He said he's only willing to sign that max extension. That's going to be 5 years, 167 for him. Where does he fit into your long-term plans?
I think all year long we've been just kind of harping on how excited we are about Brandon and his development and how he's just really come in and he works day in and day out. This kid loves the gym. He loves being in the gym. He's a player that we obviously see in our future. I think Griff has made that very clear that we're trying to develop these young guys and have them be together for an extended period of time. But I think, we'll deal with contracts and things of that sort when the time is right. I think Griff has made it very clear that for us right now the focus is day in and day out. How are we getting better? How are we driving culture?
Swin Cash, 3-time WNBA champion, 4-time All-Star, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, now front office member for the Pelicans. You're right. Like, there's so much there. Thank you for stopping by to warm up. We appreciate you as always.
Appreciate you guys. Go Pels.
Zion Williamson has been impressive in his first 16 games. Can he get a win tonight against the Miami Heat? You're watching the warm-up presented by Ford.